Oh, yeah. All right. So let's see now. Mason, you can check if we are going live on Facebook. I'm looking at two things, the phone and the screen. Okay. Oh, we are live. Yes, we are. Welcome. I'm going to start with this. Okay. Welcome, everybody.
Yay.
I just want to make sure that I am there. Yes, we are live. Okay, so welcome everyone to Thank God It's Friday, TGIF Cafe, the Who's the One edition, hiding or finding the one, hiding from the one edition, finding the one edition. Yes, so today's TGIF Cafe is it's a special edition because I have a special guest and we're gonna do it differently today. Instead of coffee, actually, I'm having wine. Ta-da! Cheers. So whatever you guys are having there. So I'm gonna introduce you to my guest without further ado. My wonderful, wonderful friend from France. She's an orgasmic living coach, an access consciousness certified facilitator, a yoga teacher, a former UN diplomat. My goodness, what else is possible with this lady? And how did I get so lucky? And we're here to have a chat and have a good, just fun, having fun with this conversation on finding the one. Okay, so without further ado, here is Virginie. There you go, Virginie. Yes.
Oh, that's what a wonderful introduction. I love that, Junaline. That's so great. Thank you. Thank you for hosting this and welcome to everybody who's watching here now and live and watching it as a replay. I'm very glad to be with you and yeah, have fun about this discussion. I love this.
Yeah, so let's just say hi. Some people are on. Let's say, I'm just going to say hello to some,
yes,
some
please.
people coming in. Brula, hello. Rita, hello. TL, hello. Yes, so we're all excited. All the single ladies in the house. Woo, woo. Yes, and so let's talk about this, finding the one.
Yeah.
Well, I found the one wine.
You
right?
found the wine.
The wine.
She found the wine. Actually, we changed the title, guys. So it's not finding the one, it's finding the wine. So
isn't it funny? I grabbed the wine today. Usually I have coffee.
It's a good start. I love this. I love this conversation. Yeah. So this is why not? Mason is writing it in the chat.
Not, yes.
Why not? Yes, why not? Yeah, it's a funny thing. I was sending some invitation to people earlier, and I was thinking about all this because somehow I said it's like this question, like, am I going to find the one? Because yes, you have, how many of us we have like a grandmother, a mother, or an uncle, or a father, or brother, or I don't know what. Some people like several of these examples in the family that are waiting for you to, if you're still single, they wait for you to introduce them to your one, right? So they make pressure. You want to.
The one. Okay, not the wine, the one.
Yeah, not the wine, like the good wine, which I actually should be might have been a much funnier question, but like so that's something that's always like for in many parts of the world, in many cultures, in many places, many families, a kind of a something pressure that's on us, like find the one, and so that's all in the in the fairy tales. It's all in the stories. It's all in the series that you find in the comedy show and all the stuff that you find everywhere about love. And so we are like so much immersed in this idea, in this what I would call, using some terms of access, an utopian ideal. Like it's like this thing, and at the same time we know somehow, like it might, maybe some people who are watching this, now, later, if you are like, maybe you have like had a relationship or different relationship, or you were married, or you were whatever, so you have like some development in your life where you thought, well, like I found it, and then somehow something happened and it didn't work out, and now you're single again or whatever, and then you're like, oh my god, it was not the one, and so who is the one, and is there a one, and
Yes.
will I find one? So is it existing? Or like sometimes, like kind of crazy questions I was asking myself, like I wonder if some of you too, is like, maybe I have found it but I've passed it by. Maybe I didn't realize it. Like maybe, like, such as, you go back to your history of people you've been with, and just maybe it was one of them and I didn't realize it. Maybe I passed it by, or maybe I was in the lobby of this hotel or this place, maybe he was there, and I missed him.
Fear of missing out. Like, oh my god, did I miss out on the one?
Yeah, because but it's all based on the idea that that there will be one person. I get also many people telling me, using the term, what did you say, like the soul sister, what did you say, l'âme sœur? Oui, ça, l'âme sœur. In French, c'est l'âme sœur.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Yes, the soul, your twin soul, your flame, your, I don't even remember. Yes, you know what I mean? Twin flame or something.
Like the other half.
Yeah, the other half, like this other part that in the billion people on this earth, there should be this other half of you somehow, somewhere, and that's your job to find it,
Yeah, it's a big job.
It's a hard job, I think. But it's like, so you see how much of all this is so kind of branded in us. Like we somehow, even if through all the experiences you had in your life, that there must be something that is not quite true about it.
Yeah.
There's sometimes like a kind of like a feeling, like I said, I used the analogy, like the old knickers in your, in your drawer, at home, and you have this old, and you're like, there's something that you have to get rid of, but somehow you like it, so you left it in the drawer, and you're like, it's old, but you have all these memories, and you're like, somehow, someday, it would be a day where you can use it again, or somehow, and I have also knickers in my drawer. I'm just going to be totally intimate and totally random now, but like some of them are like so beautiful, and then you're like, oh, I'm just going to use it at one point, but you never use it.
So for some people who don't understand the word knickers, it's like basically your underwear.
Yeah, I'm talking about underwear right now. So it's crazy. I should have wine. I should definitely have wine now. So somehow it's like stories that are in your background that telling you that that it's not really true for you, but somehow you still hang on to it. Hey, so that's the story with the underwear. Some things you hang on to, but it's not really quite right for you.
I wonder why we do that. I wonder why we do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. So sometimes, like, it's really about belonging. Like, if everybody is in your world, in your universe, is telling you that's how it should be, that's what you should be doing, that's what you should find. And you might have people around you who give you this impression that they are in this beautiful place of relationship, and I know you're married, I know your husband is a wonderful person, but I'm for sure know that it's not always pink every day. It's like it's really like a work. It's like you two are still together, it means you really worked on it, It's not something that happened magically. And so I think there's a lot of pressure on us to belong, to not be the weird person that is not part of the whole, and yeah, and some kind of commitment to that's making us not realize like how much we are committed to this instead of committing to us. So I wonder now, so if people are, for you listener, and like for all of us, if we look at to what are we committed to? Are we committed to us, to being true to us, to what is true, really what is true for me, what works for me, what makes me happy, what makes me joyful, what makes me like what kind of life, and how do I want to have people with me, around me, in my world, in my universe, that is really making me happy. That is making me happy. That when I wake up in the morning, I like, oh, I love my life. I really love my life. I wonder what's going to happen today. Yeah. And so that's what I mean by, I wonder if we really, really, truly would ask this question, I wonder what can we discover about what is true for us. It might be that it's different from this model that we've been given, like finding the one, then there is one, and maybe this is a model which I discovered for myself. It's not the thing that's going to make me happy or make me it's not the way to look at it anyway. It doesn't mean that you cannot be in a relationship with a fabulous human being and that you cannot have this wonderful, joyous life together. That doesn't mean that at all. It can perfectly be and happen, but the way to look at it might be a different way than that that has been given us as a default option, right?
Yeah,
so
you know, it's really interesting, this idea of finding the one, like,
as if there was one.
What have we made so vital, valuable, and real about the one? And who is the one? What is the one?
What is the one? Yeah. Well, is there one, or is there many ones?
Or many?
Is there one, or is there many ones?
Yes, everybody who's online, like, do you have the one? Do you think you have to find the one? What is the one?
What's not true? And look, there's not a wrongness and a rightness to it. Yeah. That's where I would like to so much take us away from, like to think that there is something right to do and something wrong to avoid, but really to look at it as what is true for you is making you, what is true for you is always make you feel light. Like it's light, it's making, and what is not true for you is make you feel heavy. So that's easy to remember. So you can ask yourself like this question, is there a one truth? Or like, are there many ones that could come into my life and contribute to me, contribute to my body, contribute to my life, contribute to my money, contribute to my future, contribute to everything? Yeah. So what is true for you? What is it? What is it? Is it true? One, many ones. What is later? So everything that is times a gazillion. Are we using the clearing statement? I didn't even ask you that.
Do anything here. I do everything here. Clearing statement. Yes, go ahead. Go for it, Virginie.
So right, wrong, good, bad, but buckle line, shots, boys, and beyonds. Are we using the clearing statement from Access Consciousness? So I don't know, you might give like the people who are listening to, they can go to, www.theclearingstatement.com.
Yeah, so those of you who are new to the show, new to the page, and just passing by, happen to see this on your newsfeed, or you will see this in the future, and it's something new for you. And what Virginie just said there was not a shamanic incantation. It was an access clearing statement. So you just go on the www.theclearingstatement.com, and what it does, it energetically clears whatever it is that is sticking you or feeling stuck with, or just like clearing it. It's like energetic Clorox.
yeah, it's energetic. You go to the root of the stuff and you uproot it from your world.
Right.
So,
Because
and
yes, the
yeah,
limitations that we have, the limiting beliefs that we've had, like programming, especially about like the finding the one, all this pressure, all these things, you know, as a single person or whatever, if you're not a single person, you're like a divorcee or widowed, there's always, yeah, like there seems to be this need for to find the one to complete you or
yeah,
to complete you, right? It's like,
yeah,
okay, like where is that belief coming from that you're not complete by
yeah,
yourself?
yeah. So many. There are so many points of view about this in the world. It's in so many places and cultures, even all around the world. I don't know if we make a, well, there might be some areas and some places that have a different view, but like the majority, like the big part of the world is really branded with this idea. So so many ideas that like if you are like, and you know, sometimes I wonder if you perceive that there's a kind of, I discuss with some people, they sometimes say there's a kind of sadness when I give up the idea that that there is a one somewhere and that I could find it. And if I give up this idea, then I would be on my own, then I would be, and so on. I would be lonely, I would not, and there's a sadness and all those things. So I wonder if you connect to that, or if there's something of that for you. Is it true? Is it true?
Yeah,
And
right.
really ask yourself, does it belong to me? Is it mine? Is it mine, this sadness or this idea that I will be lonely, that I will be alone, that it's terrible? Is it yours? Is it yours? So ask this question, see what happens, see if it's getting lighter. Because sometimes you really think it's yours because you've integrated this idea, you've taken it and made it yours so much. But in truth, if it's not making you light, it's not giving you this sensation of lightness, then it might not be yours. It's really possible that it's not yours. And there's a big chance, actually, that is not yours. So
Right.
everything that is not yours, that you've made yours, with you now return to sender. Everything return to sender with consciousness attached. Right, wrong, good, bad, but buckle, nine shifts, boys and beyonds. So yeah, I wonder where would you be and what could you choose if you didn't have to hang on to this idea? So what I love, Jenny, you know, I have to tell a little bit of my story, maybe like very short, like my life. I have been in different relationships. I've been married, I'm divorced. I've been in many longer term relationships, would you say, like several years or so. And I've enjoyed them. And I've also not enjoyed it, you know, like several aspects and several things, but so everything was in my life. And then at one point I was, for the first time really in my life, because I really looked for this relationship. I was like going from one relationship to another. So there was no break in between. And then at one point was last year, I was like, I moved on from a relationship I was with. And then I was like really on my own and for time. So I had time to really ask myself questions and look at things, which I didn't look before. So I'm like, some of you might have been in this much longer, but I was like, I was putting myself in question that I've never done before. And then I started to really ask what I've asked this question. So what is really working for me? What is it that I'm really truly looking for? So I thought, yeah, I want one man that is going to be this and this and this and this and this and this.
Oh, you had the list of what he should be.
Yeah, which is also a great way to do. I mean, it's great to know what you're looking for, because it's easier for you to create it when you start to really contact and be present with what is it that you would like to have in your life. Energies or people, or what kind of people. So for example, at one point I realized I wanted adventure. So there was more this aspect of adventure and it's real. And sometimes in my life where I like gentleness and kindness and generosity. And so there are different, so, and that might be that all these elements can be present, and that's top, like everything you desire. So if you start doing that, it's also a good trick, is to start to put on paper everything that you really would love to have in your life as energies. And it might be, you think it's going to be associated with the man. So maybe it's a bit confusing what I say, but if you think so if you're a woman and you think you would like to have a man, or if you're a man and you're looking for a woman, or you're a woman looking for a woman, whatever, you are looking at the partner. Yeah, it's like everybody. So, so if you are looking, yeah, so if this is something in your world, like I would love to find a partner in my life. So start to look at, what is it that you are looking for in this partner? What would you like to have? What is it that you would love to find in this person? And it makes you aware of what is it that you like, that you don't like. So I started doing that, and I started to become more acquainted with myself. Like, what is it that is true for me? So sometimes the universe is sending you like some aspects of it your way, and then you realize, yes, but not like that. No. Yes. So you start creating situations and attract things to your life, and you realize, oh, this is, oh yes, this is like, I like it, or this is, oh, actually, universe, let me rephrase it.
Yes, you can actually. The universe is forgiving, and you know, judges nothing, accepts everything, and judges nothing.
Yes, exactly. So if you ask for something, so that is the first thing, is like starting to look at what you're asking for, and then start to ask for it, and pull it into your life, like really, like having this pull, this energy of pull, of having, oh yes, this is what I would like to have in my life. So you see,
the energy is what you actually would like to pull.
Exactly. So the whole exercise for me is a lot about knowing yourself and knowing what is true for you. So you will start for asking for things, and then you will realize maybe that's not exactly what I was looking for, because when I get it, and when you get it, when it comes your way in whatever form, then you will see, oh, maybe that's not what I said. It's maybe something else.
Yeah.
You realize things when, oh, maybe this adventurous aspects is a little bit different than what I thought, or something else, whatever, you know, experiences and things happen to you. And okay, I don't know if it's helpful. I hope. Anyway.
Yeah, basically just like asking what it is you really like to have in your life.
Yes.
Like and what is it that you'd like to have in a relationship, if you're looking for one, or kind of a companionship? What exactly would you like? Is it a relationship, a companionship, just someone to date, someone to go out with? You have to also, like, at least this one you would be clear about what is it for, because I mean, if you get them mixed up with what is, and you have an expectation in like something just for fun, then you get really disappointed, because that's not the energy that you're asking for to begin with. So
yes,
you have to also be clear what it is that you'd like to have.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
Yes, sometimes there's a congruence between what you ask and sometimes there's something you say, something you think you're looking for, and that's not what you. So, for example, you give this example you gave, like you think you're looking for long-term relationship, but somehow, in truth, you would love to date and have fun and meet different people and have like an energy of dynamic in your life around this. And have different people that you can talk to and have in your life around you. So so you might create a dissonance in your world, and a frustration if there is a disconnect between what you say you look for and what you think you look for, and what is truly that what you're looking for? What's the energy? Because your energy is not lying. Your energy, energy is really like so much, we can put everything around this in this term, but I don't know how to say it in another way, which is better. But so if it's the vibration of which is in line with you, we could say it that way, it will be easy. It will come to you. It will come to you easily. And if there's some, so the only thing that prevents us from really getting what we want is actually not knowing what we want, or thinking that we know what we want, but we don't. We think we know, but we don't know. We think we know something, or we think we know it. We think it's a thing, and it's not that. It's this dissonance that is creating like a delay between you and having the things you desire. It creates this delay.
That's very interesting. So I was dissonant for a long time before I found the one.
Well, that's the thing is, were you, or was it just like you didn't really desire that at the time? You wanted to have fun. You wanted to live something different.
Right, and it was easy to also, like, I mean, for me personally, like as a woman, it's not like, oh, I should just have fun. This should turn into a relationship. You know, I would put that projection on what's supposed to be just fun and make it into a relationship, because it's just not right for, at least for me, to have fun like this. You know, for what people are gonna say, I'm just having fun. But actually, that changed over. You know, like as time went on, that energy changed when I thought, okay, I'm gonna have fun from now on. No more expectation. It's the expectations and the projections we have about the thing.
Yes. So all the projections, expectations, separation, judgment, rejections that you have of you in regards to relationship, and of relationships in regards to you, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
And the crowd goes wild. Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, bottom,
Yeah. So all the projections, expectations you have of the partner or the people you are looking for, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Oh my God.
But book on ancient boys and beyonds.
Yeah, the people you're looking for. Yeah, the projection and expectation of that one.
And it's a fine line. It's something people might ask also sometimes, like, how do you know it's an expectations or projections? And how do you make the difference between that and asking for what you want? Because I was telling, we were discussing before about this asking. So that's, it's a different, there's a difference in energy. Like if you're looking, you expect and you project something, like this person should be like that, or should behave like that, should say things like that, should blah, 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 like that. You are projecting onto something, or onto a reality, instead of being present with what you want. So what would it look like for us to be present? Just present. I mean, it's like, put your barriers down and then be present with you, with yourself, like just for a moment, and then ask, what is it that I truly would love? What is it?
What is it that would
sometimes, and then sometimes it's just a whisper, and you start to have like kind of it's a subtle kind of thing. Maybe you get an image, maybe you get something. But if you start to let these whispers be in your world, you will be more and more, that will become more and more part of your world. It's the thing that is loud and that sometimes covering up the whispers of our perception is like when we think we know, like our conclusions, the points of view, the rigidity of a points of view, and that's loud. It's a loud thing, and it covers up what is true for you. This is so sometimes what is true for us which makes it more difficult to find, is that it's different. It's so different from what your parents maybe have as a relationship. Maybe it's so different from any of your friends they have as a relationship. Maybe it's different from anything you've heard. What should be a relationship, or could be a relationship, or should, like, what is a relationship, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, it might sound crazy what I said, but it's so true. It's like when you start to listen to yourself and to what is true for me, beyond this, what this reality is telling me I should be hoping, asking for, even if it sounds weird and crazy, and even if it sounds like not like you can't have words for it, or you don't have a reference points for it, you don't have a model, you are able to perceive, you are able to be present with these whispers that are, yeah, this is your consciousness, this is that. And you start to look at, so you know, Junie, I was so unhappy for years and years and years. When I was in relationships, I had like really wonderful people came into my life, and I'm so grateful for all of them. And at the same time, I was wondering, why do I feel so unhappy? Why is it that I am destroying this relationship right now, or that I'm behaving like a jerk? Like, really, I was sometimes like I don't know, a really terrible person. I don't even find the words in English, but it's a terrible person. And I was wondering, why do I say that? Why do I react like this? Why am I making a scene right now with this guy? And then, so it came, like, it really took me years to realize. I hope it doesn't take you so much time with me, but to realize that it's because I was trying to fit into a model of relationship which do not work for me. So I was trying to fit into this and trying to make it work. And I was annoyed that it was not working, but I didn't know that. So I was projecting on the person, oh, this person is doing this wrong, or I am wrong, or this, like, I'm looking for the wrongness in the relationship, instead of looking at actually what is true, what is true for me.
Yeah, instead of looking for what is true.
Yeah.
What is for you?
Yeah. So this is such a thing. And there will be nobody who has your own back, and if you don't have yours, you can't expect anybody to really come and say, yeah, look, I understand you're different, and you have to have your own back. You have to be willing to commit to yourself and be vulnerable with yourself, and have your barriers down, and really be present with that. What is it for me? What makes me happy? What is that? And first you look and you write down the things, and you will see, you can start writing down your list, and maybe there are things that will pop, that will really make you feel happy. And some things you will write on this list, and you will realize, it makes like a flop. It's not really true. So you will.
Actually, you know, I mean, even for these points of views that you are using, find one, you know, are they all yours? You can actually shove this wanted it for me.
I've just lost you for, I don't know. I haven't heard the last sentence.
Am I back?
Yes.
I got frozen a bit.
Okay, no worries. Can you just say the last thing you said?
Okay, so I was saying, it's like for the list, whenever we also are looking at the list, I mean, for every point of view, or everything that you write there, or everything that you say you would like to have in your life, are they all really true for you? Are they all yours? Who does it belong to, for every single one of them? Because sometimes some of these desires might not be really ours, it was something that we picked up from our mother, like you said, your uncle or whoever wants it for you.
Yeah.
You know, and we think we want it too because we've just been taught this way. We grew up in this culture, in this society that, oh, well, you know, I should be married. This married even is a big word for a lot of cultures in the world, you know, like
Yeah.
you have to get married. Yeah, like other cultures, Western cultures don't necessarily have this point of view, a lot of it, but in this part of the world, yes. Asia is also, it's like big on, you know, the marriage. It's wow, it's so much pressure, so much
It's
pressure.
so much pressure, so much significance, so much weight, so that you
And so some
are.
ladies tend to get married even if they don't love someone, just so that they could have somebody.
Can
Wow.
you, wow, can you imagine that? How many people are like totally unhappy, or like how much? Yes, I totally see that. And I think that if I, there are many things I would have done, and yeah, I need one. Okay. Prepare that. I love this. No, there are so many. I mean, I don't know how long we can speak about this because such a big topic. It's such a huge thing.
So many things we can talk about actually, because this is a big, it's a huge a theme in many people's lives. You know, many single who are looking.
Yes.
It's coming from a different point of view, and I could certainly relate, you know, before learning all these tools of access and before getting into like you know, personal development work, before doing all this you know, work on myself, I too had a point of view that yes, I needed to be with my soulmate. At 21 years old, I met my soulmate, you know, like, and he called me his soulmate. Oh wow, like he made me his soulmate, and I didn't even think about soulmates at that time, you know. So it's like I was with this person for 3 years. I was young, and for sure we were gonna get married, and started naming the, you know, dreaming of kids. But you know, I mean, you're young. I was young, and I wasn't really thinking about that. And to make the story short, you know, it wasn't my soulmate after all. We broke up after 3 years, and you know, we were not the one for each other. It's so interesting, you know, like expectations you have as young people, and like very, very, very interesting.
So if you didn't have this idea of the soulmate, would you have stayed as long as you've stayed with this person, or would you have pursued this?
You know what's funny, actually, after we broke up, I could not get over the fact that he was my soulmate and he broke up with me. Wow, I'm like, you're supposed to be my soulmate. Why did you break up with me? I was depressed for like 2 years. I swear. I would go out on dates with guys, always looking for that same person, my soulmate.
Yeah.
It was like kind of a trauma. I needed to like release a long, long time to get over that, because if we made it so significant that we were each other's soulmate, I couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get over it. Why? If I was your soulmate, why did you break up with me? Like this, the blame, the shame, the regret, the guilt.
Yeah, and because you feel like you're missing on something. It's a big thing. And so if you look at this, I know that for some people who might listen to this, they will just turn off the video now because they don't want to give up this idea of that that could be something like that. So
and one person for you.
Yeah, but in the end, we want to be in a place where we feel loved, and we can love, and we contribute and be contributed to, and be seen, be heard, that's what we want. We want this thing for us, whatever. And we, most of the time, we think that we will find it in a particular relationship, but in any case, that's what we desire really profoundly. So my question is, in order to have that in your life, to have this being seen, being heard, being contributed to and contribute to, and feel loved and love and have all this in your life. This, if that is what you're looking for example, I'd say most of human being, as I would say. But I wonder, what would make it easier for you to have it? Is it truth? Is it to look for your soulmate or the one? Or is it something else? What would make it easier, and what would make it easier? What would make it possible? So is there other points of view or kind of lenses that you're using to look at your life or your world that are preventing you actually from having this, what you truly desire? So would you be willing to let go of these lenses and these filters and these ideas and these points of view so that you could really have it? You know,
masks and the mask.
the mask, all the masks, everything that is times a good billion. Goggles. So so soulmate, is it a filter? Is it filtering your world from, and is it really contributing to you having what you desire, or is it making your life harder? Truth.
The search for it, or having one, or thinking everything.
Yeah. Yes. Is it making harder? Is it making it harder for you to have that's what you really desire? And what is it that you truly desire? So I really would, I'd say, Ginny, it's the process. It's not even something. I realize that when you are in the place where you have been told all your life and you have been so much integrating these ideas that it's like that and it should be like that and you should look for this one, and you feel like you're you don't know how to do it apart from using this model or using this way of looking at things. So it's hard to imagine that there is something beyond that you could a space you could be in where it's much more open. So my only thing is, don't try, so for people listening, like, don't try not to be too much in your head, but really look for what is true for you. What is true makes you feel lighter, and what is not true for you makes you feel heavier. So you could use this as a navigation device, and then look for, okay, so truth, looking for the one. Truth, looking for your soulmate. Does it help you really having what you desire in your life? Is it something that really contributes to your having it? Or is it something that makes it harder? Truth. Just, no significance and no points of view if it's right or wrong, or does it exist, does it not exist? I don't have a point of view. I just say, is it making your life easier or not making your life easier? Is it helping you for having this connection, this true connection with somebody you're looking for? Or is it preventing you from this true connection or possible connection with people?
Yeah. It's a great question.
Yeah. Is it separating you from possibilities, or is it reuniting you with possibilities? So it might be totally different from what we think it is. I think it is. I told you, I wrote this in some of the comments from this today. I know this might be totally different from what we think it is.
Right. This conversation is totally different. Well, the title of this episode is totally different from what you think it is. We're not going to tell you how to find the one. Yeah, well,
we hope to.
Maybe finding the wine, I can tell you where, but
Junie, find the wine.
Find the wine. Yeah, so let's talk about, there's so much more that we could talk about. There's such a fun topic about, relationships, in general, the singles and the ones who are looking for relationship, whatever it is, looking for love, looking for enjoyment. So we are, what are we cooking here, Virginie? We
Yes,
want
I want to tell. Yeah.
We want to
Yes.
extend the conversation to something else, right?
Yes.
We would like to actually continue this conversation. So we've created a group. We're gonna be, well, it's gonna be created tomorrow. But actually, the title of our group, and you are all invited. It's free to join. It's called Happily Whatever After.
Isn't it great? Happily whatever after. I love this.
Yeah,
So yeah,
whatever after. And what are we gonna have in this group, Virginie?
so this is what I want to say is, like, I dream of creating a world in which we start to really have this kindness towards us and towards the world, this kindness, this true kindness to ourselves and to the world in the world of dating, and finding a true connection with people, and finding what is true for us. And I truly long and yearn for having conversations with you and with other people who will join us, because this is so rare, because this world of dating and meeting people and is so much, there's so much judgment, there's so much, like we said, this rigidity of points of view that you've, like, it's hard to yeah, it's hard, it's just hard, it's hard on my body. It's hard for me. I'm so glad when there is a space that can be created where everything is open, where you are safe to dream, safe to explore this, what we just said, explore what is true for you, and have this really openness and vastness of choices and possibilities, not restricted to a model of what is correct, what is right, and what is not right, and how to do things right. But totally the opposite of that is the true openness and vastness of the possibilities in this area, meaning, like, exploring the multiple facets and possibilities of what relationships can be, could be, what can we invent, and what can we see, and what can we open ourselves to, that may not be in your world currently. Maybe there's no space for this kind of discussion in your world, because there would be only people expecting you to be like this, and find the one, and be like this, and have this relationship, and this kind of thing, and this kind of things between men and women. So it's very restricted, it's very and so that's where I would like to go with this, is to open up a space of allowance, of intimacy, of allowance for us, and the true discovery and exploration of what is it that I truly desire, so that I can really manifest it in my life, so I can really have it in my life, so I can really have this joy and of being in your world, in your universe, and yes, having that.
And having that, yeah. So it's like, that our Facebook group, actually, we're gonna launch it soon, but basically we're gonna be going, our Facebook Live on that group will be starting on September 30th. So it's a group, but we will be going live there together every week.
Yeah, I would say it's a space of discussion. It's a conversation, space for conversation, a space for interaction, a space for opening up your mind, for being in touch with yourself, and connect with other human beings who want to have this openness of possibilities, and like us. And so, yeah, so it will be in this form, and it's actually much more than that. It's a space, it's an energetic space. Yeah,
energetic space. It's an inspiring lounge and conversations and chats, and it's for ladies with an edge.
Yes, Yes, we
No
called it
men,
like
really safe space for ladies. Sorry, there's no men there, but we will probably be talking about a lot of things about men and dating and or women if you're into that. So it's like for all ladies, you know, it's not
yes,
like
for ladies.
whatever you are, whatever your sexual preference, but it's a ladies lounge
It's for ladies or people who identify as ladies.
or
So
people.
regardless of your, yes, of your
I know,
origin, like your choice.
yeah, it's a choice. It's a, it's a, it's a choice of possibilities type of group.
Yes.
We'll be going Facebook Live there, me and Virginie. We share some tools, we share some questions. You can absolutely be interactive in that group. It's a space for us to really discover what else is possible in dating and in relationships. In
Yeah.
dating and in relationships, not what we know as the old paradigm of dating and relationships, but let's open up because this is a new reality now, ladies and ladies.
So if you're like, yes, I hope that, and there would be also possibilities to choose to work with us. I mean, each of us, and maybe we'll create something together. We are like, it's something that we are creating right now. And Junie and me, we know each other since quite a while, and we've visited. I visited you in Lebanon. It was one of the most wonderful time of my life, and I really enjoy creating with you and being with you and have this space of, you know, being together. And then there will be this choice that we invite people to also to work with each of us as coaches. And I have programs for dating and for erotic and for different areas, you know, around this area. And we are both access consciousness facilitators. So there would be like opportunities also for you to know that you are invited, and you are welcome to reach out to us if you want to know more, do more, have special support from us. But this will be a group that is open to people who are open. It's open for you if you are open.
It's
If
open.
you,
People are open to possibilities of dating and relationships.
yeah, in a different way. So
In a totally, like if you're open to like approaching this area in a totally different way, then the group is for you. You are welcome, definitely more than welcome.
Yay!
So that, and I will be also in Virginie's group. We'll be talking about, you have a group also, Virginie, right? Right now?
Yeah, you mean a show?
Yes, your show. Sorry, your show.
Yes, we'll be talking together. I will invite you maybe, so that's next week, and we will talk about this also in another way. It would be your perspective. I would interview you.
But we are launching this on the 30th on Wednesday, basically. So we will have the Facebook group here on, I will announce it here on the page, on my page. And of course, you'll probably see it in everywhere on social media. And yeah, just like feel free to join us.
Yes.
No requisite. As long as you are open to possibilities, you are definitely welcome. Remember the title, you like it. Happily Whatever After. You know, it's like a play on happily ever after when you say your marriage vows. Yeah, and what else is possible? Really, what else
And
is
that's
possible?
whatever, you know, like being happy. For me, it's happy, whatever it is coming after. Whatever, you know, like maybe you have been in a relationship and what's coming after now. And, you know, whatever, being happy. It's like finding your happy in this area.
Finding your happy, that's right. Okay, that sounds so much fun, Virginie. I look forward to this adventure.
Me too.
So,
Me
like I
too,
said,
darling.
welcome. Yeah, and we are so excited because what could we create? What can we create from now?
Yes.
Yeah, we have no idea. Exactly, we have no answers for you, for all of you.
So,
it's all
exactly. If you're looking for answers, I think that would be the wrong place to go. But if you're looking for questions, and if you look to open your mind, if you look to explore for yourself, if you'd like to and not actually manifest and actualize in your life, great, wonderful connection with people.
Yeah.
So it could be men, women, whatever you're looking for. And don't hesitate also to put your questions and give us like, where can we contribute to you?
Right. So here on the Facebook Live, please ask questions if you are if you have any questions, please type them on the thread. I'm gonna read them later. And also feel free to send me a private message or any questions so that we could have like we could get the energy of what we could create this group with together also. So it's not like just because we decided for you. Your presence and your participation and your attendance will create the group, because it's for all of us.
Yeah, it's creation over.
It's a celebration.
Yay.
Yes. Well, so thank you so much for your time today, Virginie. It's been a fun conversation.
Thank you so much, Junaline, for hosting.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Thank God it's Friday. Yay.
Yes, thank God it's Friday cafe wine. Cafe wine. And we will see you, hopefully we'll see you all soon in our group. Happily, whatever.
Watch out for the invitation. Exactly. Watch out for the link to the group that will be sent to you. And please come over and bring all your questions, bring everything that is going on in your world, and let's look at it together.
Yeah, in that group, you can ask, you can get facilitation from us, you can ask questions. It's an interactive group. So yeah, what else is possible? All right, thank you. Thank you, my son, for being on the Zoom. Thank you for everyone here. I just want to say hello to some people here, like Siham, thank you, Salwa, thank you, Minerva, Rita, Stephanie, Ma, Adina, everyone else who will be watching this in the future, and Chiti, Kiki, I don't know, Katie Wong, sorry, Jasna, thank you very much, and Rula. Okay, so thank you, Virginie. See you soon. I'll see you soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.